You're listening to TOMU. This is episode 1, My Why. TOMU stands for the Open Mic Unfiltered, but it's more than just a name or a podcast. It's a space, a mic, a platform, open to everyone and anyone who wants to share stories, perspectives, or just talk about life. The real bits, the messy bits, the beautiful chaos. TOMU to me is therapy. It's healing, it's learning. It's how I try to make sense of the world, myself, and everyone else in it. I don't know if we'll ever figure it all out, but I do know that talking helps. And listening helps even more. Everyone's got a story, everyone. And the more we listen, the more we connect. We don't have to agree, but we can try to understand. What works for one person won't necessarily work for another, and that's okay. I hope this podcast helps me grow and maybe helps you too. Wherever you are in your life right now, whether you're in a dark place, riding a high, just surviving, or trying to figure this shit out, you're welcome here. So, why am I here? Maybe it helps if I start with a bit about me. I've lived through some shit. Not a sob story, just fucking life. Life came at me sideways, as it tends to do. And I'm not here to preach or pretend I've got it all figured out, because I don't. I really don't. But I've walked the walk, and I've been to the dark places, and now I think I'm finally ready to, talk the talk. Not sure where to start, so let's start with something fairly recent in my life, ADHD. And yeah, I know it's everywhere lately. Everyone seems to be getting diagnosed or talking about it. And to be honest, I was hesitant to bring it up. I didn't want people to roll their eyes and be like, oh, here's another one, jumping on the bandwagon. But for me, it wasn't a trend or a TikTok theory. It came as part of something much deeper. I signed myself up to an addiction program, not for ADHD, but for alcohol and drugs. It was one of the hardest decisions I've made, and honestly, it wasn't even fully for me at the time. It was for my girlfriend and for the people I was hurting. During that process, they asked if I'd ever been assessed for ADHD. I hadn't, so they tested me. And yeah, it turns out my brain is wired a little differently. When I told people, the reaction was pretty much the same across the board. Yeah, I could have told you that. Apparently, it was obvious to everyone but me. To me, I just thought I was broken, lazy, a burden, awkward, stupid even. It just felt like I was always a few steps behind everyone else, trying to catch up, but with my fucking laces tied together. But hearing the diagnosis, getting that confirmation, it hit me. It made sense. A lot made sense. I got emotional because for once I felt seen or understood. Not only by myself, but by those at the program. I'll dive deeper into that journey in later episodes, but it was definitely a turning point. It opened the door, and behind that door, a shitload of stuff I hadn't unpacked. Now, about the addiction program. About that addiction program. Like I said, my girlfriend found it and she nudged me towards it gently, but firmly. The way someone who loves you does when they watch you self-destruct one too many times. She'd been through enough. I'd put her through enough. I put everyone I cared about through enough. I was hurting. I was hurting those I loved and cared about. The nights I disappeared. The weekends I vanished into chaos. The damage, the fear, the guilt. I could see it in her eyes. I could see it in their eyes. So I said yes. Not even fully for me at that time, but I knew it was time. Something had to change. I wasn't what you might picture when you think of an alcoholic. I wasn't drinking every day. I didn't need a drink in the morning. But when I drank, I fucking drank. It was full send, no brakes, no balance, no filter. I've always lived in extremes. It wasn't just alcohol, it was everything. One gear, no idea. Or more accurately, all the gear, no idea. 100 mile an hour, straight into oblivion. And here's the thing. Those benders, those 48 or 72 hours marathons, they were the only times I felt free. Free from expectation, free from pretending to have it all together, free from my own mind. It was me and the weekend. And for those few hours or days, I could escape from myself, from the pressure, from reality. I'd say I started that lifestyle at 17. I'm 34 now. That's a long time to punish yourself. At one point, it was every weekend, non-stop, just trying to get as far away from life as possible. Put me on a rocket ship out of this place. I'll crash land back on planet Earth Monday morning with a hangover and an existential crisis, looking at the tried to deliver notes life had left at my front door, only for me to ignore. Return to sender, please. Nobody at this just today, my man. I remember one Saturday morning, I cracked open a beer. My girlfriend looked at me and said, "Really?" And I remember looking at her. Well, I know, I shouldn't. But I can't stop myself. And I knew what was coming. And the sad thing is, and what hurts the most right then and there, I didn't care. If you've never felt that, it's hard to explain. But it's like you're split down the middle. Part of you knows it's wrong, but the other part, it just wants out. Just one more ride, one more escape. And when people say, "Why don't you just stop?" I get it. I've asked myself that too. But it's not that simple. I couldn't answer that question then. I'm still figuring it out now. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why this mic is open. We're not here to pretend. We're here to talk. I don't want this podcast to be about showing off or performing. I want it to be about being human. Showing up, sharing the mess, the madness, the magic, all of it. Because I know there are other people out there, maybe you, who felt lost, who felt like a burden, like they don't belong, like they don't know what the hell they're doing. Same. But if we can create a space where those feelings can breathe, where we can laugh at them, talk about them, and maybe even find something meaningful in them, or meaning, then I think we're onto something. It's going to be unfiltered, but it's going to be real. Some episodes will go deep, others might be lighthearted, or just me rambling about some wild thought I had while boiling the kettle. Some episodes will be me, solo, others will be with guests, people from all walks of life, not just influencers or experts, but everyday people with stories worth hearing. And the topics, you may ask, everything. Mental health, recovery, philosophy, identity, relationships, conspiracies, the weird, the wonderful, and the what the fuck is going on with this world. If you have a story, I've got a mic. Let's talk. And in the process, during all this, we might laugh, we might cry, we might say something stupid and instantly regret it. But we're going to do it. And we're going to do it unapologetically. So yeah, welcome to TOMU. Unpolished, unfiltered, unapologetic. Let's see where this goes. Come as you are. I hope you enjoyed listening to that briefly, little bio of myself. There will be more to come in later episodes where I'll go deeper into ADHD journey and treatment, relationship, sobriety, identity, trauma, and what's next for me. But I think first I'll try and get a guest lined up, and hopefully you stick around to find out who and follow on with us throughout this journey. So yeah, remember, be good to yourself.